Good morning. Thank you. My name is Dan. Welcome to Engelgeist for those of you that are new. Thank you for welcome. For those of you that are returning, welcome back. And for those of you that support me on my Patreon, thank you so very much for your subscriptions. They mean the world to me. This is the daily forecast for all signs for Monday, the 3rd of May. So this is set for that date originally when it was created, but it's also meant for you whenever you see it. So if you're seeing it on the date that's not the 3rd of May, that's completely fine. You can still utilize it whenever you're watching it. If you are watching it on YouTube, please check the drop-down menu and read the instructions there. There's ways on how to support the channel. Also, things you should think about while utilizing any of my readings that I kind of want you to read about and know about. If you're watching this over on somewhere other social media site that might be posted by a third party, please go to my YouTube channel and subscribe to the channel. And you can read the video description there. Hit the thumbs up button if you enjoy the video. That's a great way to help the channel. And that's it. Like, you can leave a question or a comment. I read them all. I respond when, people ask questions and things like that. So feel free to do that too. And this is the forecast. So let's get into it and see what the cards want us to know for today. All right, so we have the Knight of Swords. So swords is the element of air and that of the mind. It can be thoughts. It can be sometimes written contracts. It can be, it's sort of, I think, things that deal with intelligence. When I look at the Knight of Swords, he's certainly in a rush, right? He's kind of ready to get in there, ready to take things on. There's sort of an energy about him, a swiftness about him, a dedication, a determination. Ideally, we should be feeling these things as we're moving forward in our day. We want to make sure that we're not moving too quickly. Sometimes I feel like the Knight of Swords can get a little bit ahead of himself and maybe miss some of the smaller details. So that would be my only warning with this card. But with Knights, I always think that, we're doing... My perception of the Knight cards is that it's sort of like trying to be of service either to ourselves or to others, right? In a way that is intelligent and ideally sort of compassionate, right? Because Knights are of service to people. They're usually trying to be honorable, unless, it's a bad Knight. I don't think that that's indicated here. What I feel like is, we may want to we might be rushing a little bit, right? And wanting to get things done, wanting to get things figured out, wanting to make things happen. Remember, we have that Wheel of Fortune pin underneath this. So if we're raring to go and ready to move, that's fine and great and good. Swift action never hurt anybody. But I kind of feel like the Wheel of Fortune sort of slows us down a little bit. The Wheel of Fortune is a good card. It's sort of like what we're focused on, we're going to get more of, ideally, as long as it's in line with us. And for our own highest good, it's going to come to us, and we need to trust that. To me, I feel like the Knight is sort of like a little antsy, like he wants things to happen now or yesterday even. And that's okay. There's nothing wrong with being excited or, ready to create change in our life, but be mindful that we are not stepping on anyone's toes, that we're looking at the details, that we're reading the small print, that we're checking things out, that we're not moving so quickly that we're missing some sort of opportunity or details that we could benefit from, right? I kind of feel like with the Wheel of Fortune spinning in the background, we want to acknowledge those small achievements, those opportunities, those gifts that are given to us through, synchronicities or the environment. And sometimes I think that the Knight could potentially miss that because he's so busy, focused on, charging forward, right? Tally ho, let's get it done kind of thing. So remember yesterday's stone is that stone of the word focus. Like, it's okay to be focused on creating change, enacting change, and it's certainly mentally, right? Thoughts of what can I do differently? How can I make this better? Those kind of thoughts might be going on in your head today, and you may be wanting to sort of move on them or make them happen, and that's fine. But be mindful of where our focus is at. Make sure that we are slowing down and pausing here and there is kind of the feeling that I'm getting from this card, so that we can be in gratitude or grateful for the things that we have. Take the action or make the motion or take steps forward. Like bit by bit is sort of the feeling that I get. Like, don't get ahead of yourself. It's just, there's like no rush is sort of the feeling that I get with this card, and I feel like some of us may want to rush. The HEDGEWITCH Botanical Oracle is Elder, which is ritual, elderberry, Sambucus nigra. So I don't know a lot. I know that you can drink elderberry tea. I feel like ritual would be about honor. And when I go to this place of ritual, and I think about yesterday's grounding stone of focus, and I look at this Knight of Swords, I want to say to my viewers that although your intentions may be good, although your thoughts may appear clear, although your excitement may be a catalyst for you at this time, move a little bit slower to honor sort of the things that are going on around you that would be showing you sort of maybe what steps to take and how to take them. Does that make sense? Ultimately, we have free will and we have choice. But when I look at the word ritual, I feel like ritual to me is based in repeated steps that have meaning. Right? Repeated steps that have intention, repeated steps that have sort of focus. That's the power of ritual, right? That's the power of sort of intention. And I feel like the knight does have sort of power, right? There's an intelligence to him. But if he moves too quickly, he can sort of like lose that intelligence, or not lose the intelligence, but maybe sort of pass over something that he missed altogether, a gift that could be hidden in the sort of ritual or in the focus of that Wheel of Fortune. Remember, the Wheel of Fortune moves slower. So I would feel, and I don't necessarily always feel like the Knight of Swords is a warning card, but I kind of feel like for some of you that I want to just say, slow down today. You can get this all done. You have the capacity of the Knight of Swords on your side, right? You have the intelligence and the servitude and the loyalty and all of the things that he represents, but there's no rush, is sort of the feeling that I get with this ritual card. The things that you do today, make sure that you sort of see the sacred in them, honor that sacred aspect to the steps that you take and the decisions that you make today. That would be also part of, a knight's ability too, is about honor. And so if anybody ditches out on honor, I wouldn't say ditches out on honor, but if anybody like sort of maybe loses sight of that, it would be the Knight of Swords, because he moves so quickly and he sort of like thinks about it and then jumps at it. And I think that that's fine to a degree, but when I see this ritual card, to me, it feels like slow it down, weigh it out, that all of the thoughts that you have, the excitement that you have, the decisions that you feel like you need to make, don't make them in haste. Like, listen to that subtler voice of the Wheel of Fortune underneath. Let it churn. Let it sort of show you a little bit about what it has on offer, versus you getting out ahead of yourselves and making the decisions too quickly. Does that make sense? I hope that makes sense, guys. So let's see what the grounding stone is for today. Okay, and so the grounding stone is on passion, is on Snowflake Obsidian, which is passion. Again, I feel like that Knight of Swords is impassioned, right? He wants to take action. He wants to move on his thoughts. He wants to sort of do it like a knee-jerk reaction. And that's fine. But again, I think grounding in what we're passionate about, how do I want to say this? Like, I feel like the word focus and rituals tell me to slow down. I feel like we can be passionate, we can be connected to our passion and the feelings that those create and make decisions from that place, but we can also do it sort of in conjunction with the Wheel of Fortune and be more measured in our movements, in our focus, in our steps that we take today. And that it's okay to be attached to that passion and excited by it, but be mindful that we're making ideally the clearest and best decisions before charging forward. That is your forecast for the day. I hope that it makes sense. Please give me a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Leave any questions or comments, and I look forward to seeing you guys tomorrow. We'll see how this all builds. It should be an incredible week regardless, and have a great day, you guys. Keep focus. All right? Take care. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.